Hi everyone, this is Benita for Pajama Crafter Stamps, and today I'm coming to you and making a card for Shark Week. And there is lots of fun happening on the Pajama Crafter Stamps socials, and I will have all the information in the description box below. So I am going to make a card with lots of coloring, and I'm using my Ohuhu alcohol markers, and I'm going to make a background scene with those markers too. But first I want to show you which sets I'm using. So Bugging You stamps, this little cute girl is the main character. And then I am using the picnic basket and the blanket from this set. That is called Chillin' with the Herd stamps. And the sandcastle is from Greatest Treasure. So let's start with mapping out the sand and the water and the sky. I'm starting with B030 and some like that, and I'm just going over a little bit like that. And then for the next color is B08, and I'm going like this. Are you the same as me? Hard to talk at the same time as you are coloring. But I am trying to learn to talk at the same time. And then B09 and approximately the same amount. It's really fun to make your own summer scenes or any scenes with your alcohol markers. They are not just for coloring in images. And then for the last blue, B115, and that is going, and this is going there. And then we are going to use a little white Posca pen. You can do it with a Crea marker, I think it's called, that Joy on Pajama Crafter Stamps, the owner, is using when she when she makes waves, and yeah, there. And then I am going to just take a gray marker just to map out a little character in the sea, because it is Shark Week, and me being the newer design team member, I don't have any sharks. But yeah, I'm doing a summer scene anyway, and yeah, let's see. We are going in with the lightest of the sand. It's YR06. And there is the lightest, and then I'm going in with Y415 and Y412. So this is the middle color, and I'm just pouncing carefully with a brush nib just to make the sand get some texture. It looks a little funny right now, but we will get there. And then we are going in with a darker one, and then I'm going in with the bullet nib for that one, just because I want different sizes of the sand texture. You can do it as much or as little as you want, but I think it's nice to have the texture like this. And then for a finish, I am going to do this with the lightest color too. And if I go too fast, you can slow the video down, and so you can follow along. If you are one of those that like to craft along, I can do that sometimes when I watch videos and stop and play and slow it down, and yeah. So I use my Ohuhu markers a lot for coloring, and this is the first time I'm making a summer scene with the shark in, because it's Shark Week at Pajama Crafter Stamps. And make sure you head over to Instagram for all the inspiration the design team is going to do this week through July 26th through August 1st. So there will be lots of inspiration for you. Now I'm going in with the lightest. Just to make a little more interest. There. And then I'm going to use my what am I using? This Ohuhu metallic pen. It's almost like Posca. You can use just an ordinary gel pen if you want. Use your stash with these kind of things. And where the fin is, the shark fin, is the kind of foamy feel. You can do it as much or as little you want here too. It's your scene, and yeah, and then a little here and by the shore, I think it's called. And then I am going to use B08 just to make a little more interest in the water. Like so. And then we are going to use B030 for starting with a sky. It will look like a cloudy sky. Where you meet up with some of just have fun. Crafting is supposed to be fun, and just try out techniques and you will be good at it in no time. I'm just mapping out the sky here where I want. It's a lot of clouds in the sky here now, so maybe it's not a good beach day here, but I'm trying to learn and do the clouds, so why not? And then I'm going in with a little darker B09. Just in some places. And then this was B08 and this is B09. And we are going in with B03. I'm pretty happy with that because it looks cool. So I'm going in with the Posca that I was speaking about before. That is really cool. I am going to color in some more. I wanted to have that for you if you are interested in coloring. And I'm going in with R013 and no line coloring. I forgot to share that with you. I have stamped the images in Distress Ink tea dye, so, and let it dry for a few hours, and then when you color, the ink is just disappearing, depending on what colors you use. But yeah, it's a nice way to make, if you stamp people and such. You don't want the black lines all the time. On the blanket, I want the stripe. Like that. And then for the castle, sand castle, we are starting with YR06. And go over the whole thing to saturate the paper so you can blend it better. I'm using ordinary cardstock 300 GSM. And then I'm going in with the middle color, Y412. There. Now I'm just going in with the darkest one, Y415. And then for the finish on the castle, I am going over it with the lightest again, YR06. Just so I can blend it together nicely. There. And then I will have R013 for the banners. And then this picnic basket, of course, I want it to be orange, because that is my favorite color. And the no line coloring is so nice because, as I said, sometimes you don't want the harsh black lines, but you still can use your favorite stamps, like this little ladybird or ladybug is mine for now, because she is adorable. And so you see, now you can't see the lines as much, and that is a good thing when you do scenes like this. And you can use pretty much, I use Fine Clair Nocturne in black. If you have the gray one, gray or sand color is light and good to use for these kind of scenes. There. And then I'm going in with green, G410, and then YG312, and then YG015, just on the ends. And then I'm going in with G410 again, and just going over all of it, just to blend it. And then I am using R016, and then I am using the darkest brown on the bread, and then Y415, and then YR06, and there. And then the bottle can be cause it's chocolate milk, let's say. And then I'm using green for the label and the cap and the thing on the carrot and the leaf there. And carrots are orange. And then the darkest one, and then the apple can be red. So I'm starting with her face, where I'm using YR04 for the base of the face and her ears even. And then I'm using R23 for her cheeks. And a little shading underneath her bang. Trying to do this as fast as I can. And her hands, that color. And then, just because we are doing the no line coloring, the spots and the stripes are the wrong color for this card for me, so I'm just using BGY38. It's a little blue-gray for the spots. And then for the hair, we are using the same colors that we used for the sand on the background. And I'm starting with the darkest one, Y415. Keep to the wrong end. And then I'm starting from the top. Her hair is darker on top of here because all the curls is going there. And Y412. And YR06. There. And then, of course, her eyes. And then the blue, a little bit here. And then I am using the darker one again. And then I think I will go over with the red because I can show you on the black image here. You can see she has flowers in her hair. So I'm just going to map them out where I can see them. And there it is, one more. And a couple of petals there. And there is one. And here. I love this little girl. She is so cute. And let's see, where do I have more? No, that's it. And then I will go over with black in the middle. And then I'm going in with the lighter. There, I missed one. There. And there, yeah. That will do. Like so. I just wanted to make sure that I do it justice because she is so cute. Yeah, so don't forget to head over to Instagram and look for my card there. And then during the week, Shark Week, some of the design team is showing inspiration. So you will have a lot of videos and inspiration going on this week. And I hope you have fun. Just going in with the darkest a little more. like so. I have dried. I can go in with there, and then I want to have a few spots on her cheek, and then I'm going in with the lighter blue for her wing. There. And the middle color. And there. I think she's so cute. Now I'm going to fussy cut her out. And there she is. And I will, because she's sitting so the water and sky is behind her, so that will be shown. And there she is. And now I have all prepared. The images. And now we can just, so the scene itself is 6 by 6 inches, and the background paper is 6.5 squared, and the card base is 7 by 7. For making a 7 by 7, you just cut 2 pieces of cardstock, one measure 7 by 7 and the other one 7 by 7.5, and on the longer side you score at 1/2 inch, so you get a 1/2 inch tab, and you just glue them together like this. So now I'm just going to glue this on. And make this fun, colorful summer card for Shark Week that we are having on Pajama Crafter Stamps this week. And everything will be in the description box below, the info and links and everything. So now my little girl is going on there on the blanket. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, isn't she just adorable? And I think, yeah, she is on the blanket and on her way to have a snack. So I'm just going to glue that on. And then I will have her on there. And then the picnic basket. So everything I have used here I will link in the description box below. And there. So now I'm just going to shimmer a bit on the ocean. So it looks a little more like water. And there. And I really hope you like my card for Shark Week. And I will see you again next time. Head over to Instagram and look through all the socials for Pajama Crafter Stamps for this week. A lot of fun inspiration for you, everyone. So thank you and bye.